Hello, my name is Erica Blumfield, and I'm very happy to be sharing a story with you all. I am an elementary school teacher and tutor, and I love my job. It's a calling. But on this one particular day, I really didn't feel like going into work. I had received a call from my best friend from high school informing me that a mutual friend of ours had died suddenly of a massive heart attack. He was only 40 years old, and he left behind a wife and 2 young children. And I was a mess of emotions. I was in shock. I was sad. I was angry at the injustice of it all. But it was time for me to go to work, and bills had to be paid and rent had to be paid, and I had a new tutoring student coming in that day, so a sick day was out of the question. I was standing in the doorway of my classroom when I saw this little peanut of a girl skipping down the hallway. A happy sight, a child skipping, so carefree, so unburdened. She stopped when she saw me, and she looked up and she said exuberantly and proudly, "Hi, my name is Anna." And I said, "Hi, my name is Erica." She was 10, but she looked more like 8, and she had thin skin, the kind you can see veins through, and these big ears that jutted out from the side of her face, but she'll grow into them, and straggly long hair. Anna was very eager to start our lesson. Most kids try to stall. We were going to be learning language arts. We would read and write and work on comprehension and vocabulary. I had brought in a reading passage about Wilma Goldine Rudolph, the Olympic sprinter who in the 1960s won Olympic gold medals, 3 of them. Now, Rudolph had contracted polio as a child and had paralysis in one of her legs. As we read, Anna kept stopping, asking, "What's this word mean?" or "What's that word mean?" And while we were reading about Rudolph, I stopped and I said, "I really admire her determination." And Anna looked at me and she said, "Determination. I know, I've heard that word before and I know what it means, but what does it exactly mean?" And I explained, it means that you never give up. No matter how hard the challenge you face is, you keep on working for your goal. Like Wilma Goldine Rudolph, she kept working. She overcame having paralysis in her leg to become an Olympian. And Anna said, "Wow." And then I saw her mood shift, and she grew very quiet. And then after a few moments, she looked up at me and she said, "Teacher, can I tell you something?" And I said, "Sure, Anna, you can tell me anything." She said, "You know, I have a disease and I almost died, but my mother gave me half her liver and I survived." And I immediately felt tears welling up in my eyes. And I thought, don't cry, Erica. You are the adult. She is the child. You are the teacher. She is the student. You're there to keep her safe. And then Anna, in her upbeat, cheerful way, launched into everything that she had to go through in the hospital, the needles she was pricked with and prodded with, tubes that were put down her throat. But she told it in her upbeat, carefree way without a trace of complaint. And then she told me about her friend on the ward who had survived. And then she told me about a friend on her ward who didn't survive, another friend who survived but was only gonna live till she was like 20. My dad told me that. I don't know why he had to tell me that. When he told me that, I was like, Dad, why did you have to tell me that? And I knew he wanted to prepare her for the inevitability that was to come. And again, I was a mess of emotions, angry, confused, sad. Here was an innocent child who had to go through all of this difficulty. And then Anna said, Teacher, do you believe in heaven? Which at the time I didn't. But I don't like to lie to my students. And so I thought, and what came to me was this time I had visited the LA Broad Museum and an installation called the Infinity Room. And I explained, Anna, it was incredible. You walk into this small box-like room and you're all alone, and it was pitch black. And at first I was really scared, but then suddenly these white lights came on and they were twinkling all around me, and I was surrounded by all these mirrors, and my reflection was getting smaller and smaller and smaller until I was one of those lights that I was entirely ensconced in. And she stopped me and she said, Ensconced? And I said, like being in the arms of a hug. And I knew, Anna, that our souls go on shining together, mingling forever into infinity, so that no matter what in life or in death, we're never alone and we keep on shining. And Anna said, wow. And I said, wow. And she said, thank goodness. And I said, thank goodness. Her session was over and she packed up her things and swung her backpack over her narrow shoulder, and she said, see ya next time. And I said, yes, see you next time. And now, alone in my classroom, I felt the tears rolling down my cheeks, tears of gratitude for this moment where the student became the teacher became the student. Anna's strength gave me strength, and her hope gave me hope. This weight that I had been carrying since the news of my friend's death, and long before that, lifted. Because I knew that one day Anna's soul, my friend's soul, and my soul would again be reunited together forever into infinity. Thank you.